Hey everyone, this is Amy Williams with Skellig, and thank you for clicking on my first video. As the title suggests, we're going to be going over a very simplified, unified namespace example for a theoretical greenfield pharma plant. But before I do that, there's a few things that I want to cover. So the agenda is, first, I'm going to describe who is Skellig, why are we making this video? Second, what are some of the drawbacks and pain points for why the 3.0 solution doesn't work? And third, talk about how using a unified namespace architecture fixes these problems. Fourth, outline the demo. And then fifth, do a run through of the demo. And two housekeeping things really quick. One, Skellig is actively working on hosting the demo you're going to see today. We're just figuring out a few more things with containers. Once that's ready, we'll make another announcement, but that could be a few weeks. If you're interested, please let us know. And then second, I got to give credit where credit is due. Walker Reynolds is the one who has pioneered unified namespace for industry. The content of these videos are going to align very closely on what he has taught. However, he is not responsible for the contents or claims made in these videos. This is just stuff based on our experience in industry and what we see the FDA saying. All right, so with that said, let's get into it. Why are we filming this video? To understand that, you need to know a little bit about Skellig. So once upon a time, there was an employee named Paul O'Sullivan, and he was working away in the pharma industry and started to notice some unfortunate patterns. At the time, it seemed like a lot of companies were just focused on maximizing profits. They weren't really prioritizing solving problems, being more efficient, being transparent, because that resulted in reduced billable hours. And of course, that mindset was coming at the expense of the clients and the engineers. And he said, you know what, screw it. We can do this better. So he went and founded Skellig. What's important to note is from its inception, Skellig has been a people-first company. Yeah, we do automation work, but the goal, first and foremost, is to help others. We don't take any project that we can just get our hands on. We pick projects that align with our values. And that means we prefer to work with manufacturers who are making treatments, vaccines, therapeutics, things that we know at the end of the day are going to help people. And as systems integrators who've been in the industry, it is crystal clear. The best way to help life science manufacturers do some good in the world is to enable them to be a part of Industry 4.0 and use the unified namespace. So what do these buzzwords actually mean? For those who don't know, Industry 4.0 is happening right now. And it refers to the fourth industrial revolution. For each revolution, there was a monumental increase in productivity. The first one happened in the 1700s with the use of mechanization, water power, steam power. And the second one was in the 1800s with the mass production assembly lines and use of electricity. And the third one, which started in the 1900s, was the use of computers and automation. And the fourth one is happening right now. Now, remember, the third one was really just spurred on with computers. The goal was just automate what you're doing. Nobody was starting to care or think about how does my different computer systems talk to the others, because they were just getting started. And the result is you ended up with a bunch of isolated automation systems across your plant. Industry 4.0 said, hey, we got a lot of data generated from all these systems. Let's collect it and use it to significantly improve the quality, efficiency, and productivity of our manufacturing plant. And the Industry 4.0 tools that can do this and are on the market right now are stuff like AI, machine learning, cloud computing, data analytics, just to name a few. And the only way that I know of how to affordably and successfully collect and analyze all that data is with the architecture known as the unified namespace. So why does this matter? Who cares? You might just be sitting back and thinking, I'm a life science manufacturer. I'm making do. I have a 3.0 stack, but I'm making product and I'm making money. Why do I care about Industry 4.0? And unfortunately, it is unfortunate. The truth is, if you are not thinking about Industry 4.0 and actively moving quickly to join it, you're not going to be that successful. And we can do a litmus test if you like. Try and think. Are there any manufacturers that have survived till today that only use Industry 2.0 technology? That's electricity, assembly lines, mass production. We're talking no computers, no automation. And the answer is no, of course not. So, will there be any successful manufacturers 5 to 10 years from now that only use the 3.0 technology? No, of course not. But the good news is Industry 4.0 and the unified namespace are becoming mainstream. And they're becoming a thing in life sciences. Our very own Josh Glass actually just won the Firebrand Award for implementing a unified namespace architecture for a CDMO. Unified namespace is also mentioned in the Gartner report, so go check that out. If this is catching on, why is Skellig still trying to promote it? Why have we written white papers, done webinars, and now shooting a video and giving out a demo? As a systems integrator, we could totally sit back, execute 3.0 projects well, make that money, and if people want to do 4.0, let them, and if they don't, let them fail. Unfortunately, that approach defeats the entire purpose of the company of Skellig. Skellig has a vision that we don't talk about too much publicly, but I think is worth mentioning now. The main point of why Skellig was founded was to help get healthcare accessible to everyone. And if we look at history, the best way to do that is by increasing supply, increase manufacturing. Let's take automotive, for example. It was thanks to Henry Ford with Industry 2.0, the use of assembly lines let cars become accessible to most Americans. And now, thanks to Elon Musk with Tesla and Industry 4.0, self-driving electric cars are becoming accessible to most Americans. And we want to see the exact same thing happen in life sciences. As it stands now, pharma companies have to devote a significant amount of money just to get a manufacturing plant up and running. And again, that is money just to get things qualified and running that I really wish they were spending on R&D to find new treatments or to even just build new facilities. What we want to see is the barrier of entry to get a manufacturing plant up and running to be so low that more people start doing it. It would be so great to see an increase in contract manufacturers, like even have trailers right outside a hospital that can just whip up an API or a gene therapy that you need for the patients right there in the hospital. Or even just have your giant pharma plants stop losing batches. All of that would help to increase the amount of available medicine to Americans and hopefully make it more accessible. And to that point, another benefit is if we can get more manufacturing, that means more jobs. Yes, I said more jobs. Remember, the point of automation is to enable you, the operator, the manager, whoever, to be more productive, more efficient. Automation doesn't mean job destruction. It just means job evolution. I haven't met anybody who's at home walking around with a candlelit lantern and isn't using the internet. As technology evolves, so do the people. And so will the job opportunities. And so the way that we can achieve this ambitious goal of seeing life sciences transform for the better is by educating as many manufacturers as possible on Industry 4.0 so that they can be included. And the thing is, if we do not educate the pharma industry or the life science industry, only a few companies are going to get it and make it. And this isn't some like paranoid, irrational fear I have. We have already seen this in other industries. Honestly, life sciences is just so slow to do anything cool that we can basically look into the future by looking at other industries. And we can see, for example, automotive. Why is Tesla dominating? Why are they the only company to actually get a fully electric car to be popular and accessible? In fact, in 2023, the Tesla Model Y is the #1 best-selling car in the entire world. The answer is simple. It's a 4.0 company. Same story. Why is Amazon dominating? Why is Google the greatest search engine? All of these are 4.0 companies who understand how to use data. So if you're in pharma manufacturing right now and you need to build a new facility and you're thinking, okay, I'm going to go and use the same technology as I have before because it's safer and I know it works. That is ironically the most dangerous thing you can do. As I mentioned before, pharma companies today have already started implementing the unified namespace. This isn't some theoretical thing anymore. If you build a 3.0 facility today, Most likely by the time you finish it, it's already going to be obsolete, not competitive. To drive that point home, what I want to do now is walk through an exercise where we make that mistake. We build the 3.0 facility and we can see together why it doesn't work. And then afterward, we can contrast that to our very simple 4.0 life science UNS demo.